hmm We are live. Welcome, one and all, to the first West Coast Draft podcast of Draft Month. It's here, boys. It's
Gosh,
here.
we
I know
slacked
we
last week.
we
Sorry.
slacked last week. That's all right. That's all right. We're here. We're back. We're live. Daniel, Rob, of course, myself. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Well, I'm sad we didn't have a emergency episode for signing Laviska Shenault. That was pretty disappointing.
We were planning it. It was in the works, and unfortunately, Laviska Chenault's agent called and told me, "Hey, we want to keep this on the DL." So,
Man, you guys know
unfor-
players' agents? I gotta get on
yeah,
this.
yeah. I actually know Justin Jefferson's agent. Don't worry,
He's going
it's
to the
happening.
Bengals?
He's gone to the Bengals. Yeah.
Hell
Uh,
yeah. That's
I
gonna be a
wish,
fun
man.
offense, man.
That'd be crazy.
Actually, him
2019
and Burrow
LSU
do have the
reunion.
same agent. Yeah. No, did you hear he was on a podcast earlier today with Kevin Hart, actually, funny enough. And he was talking about it and he was like, I'm really jealous of Joe and Jamar getting to play together.
Oh, it's gonna happen eventually. I feel like
Eventually it's gonna
sometime
it might
in
be
their
10 years
career.
from now, but someday it'll happen.
I
Someday it'll
totally agree. It'll happen. Get
happen.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire there. There's not too many of those dudes left.
No. Thaddeus Moss is already there for a while, but he's out of the league now. But that's all right.
Who else we got? Who else we
Well, I mean, there's all those like linemen like Lloyd Christianberry, Damian
Damian Lewis,
Lewis. Let's see,
Derek
Sadiq
Stingley.
Charles, Derek Stingley. That yeah, good call. But he'll probably be a Texan for a long time.
Yeah.
Terrace
What's
Marshall.
Yep, Terrace Marshall.
I
Yeah.
could see that one as a wide receiver four after he's a free agent next year.
Just
Um,
honestly, like just recreating 2019 LSU is not a bad idea.
a lot of those guys have gone on to be good NFL players. So yeah, like you said,
Yeah, who's
not a
shocked that that team that just absolutely eviscerated everyone? Isn't that crazy that Ed Orgeron was the head coach of that? Somehow put that together. This is
Imagine if
awesome.
they had a better coach, honestly. Imagine if Brian Kelly was even the coach back then. But
Speaking of college football, though, before we get into coaches, like we got some bad news today. We got some horrifying news today. Oh my
mhm.
God.
Yeah, not good.
Um,
Not a good look out of UW, that's for sure.
I just the one word I say to is horrifying. I read the Christian Cable article.
hmm
It was not on the paywall. Classy move, Christian, by the way.
Good. Good.
Horrifying. I cannot believe they let him play again.
It's not a
It's
good
just
look for
horrifying.
DeBoer. It's not a good look for Grubb either, to be
Not a
totally
good look
upfront.
for all of you, Dub, Dan and
hmm
DeBoer Grubb.
Yeah. Yikes.
We let the
Not.
foxes in the henhouse. The further we get away from the DeBoer era, the nastier it's looking like that era was.
Wait,
Well,
I'll be
behind the
honest, guys. I'm
scenes.
a little out of the loop here.
Yeah, want to fill him in, Rob?
A freshman running back who had been suspended twice the last year, one during summer ball, one I think midway or maybe late end of the
hmm
season.
True freshman too,
True
class of
freshman
2023.
was arrested today or the other day for rape, assault, and a lot of bad things. There's a really good on Motley Christian Cape article where he goes into the details, and it's horrifying. There's
hmm
rightfully a trigger warning on that. It's just really, really sickening and just saddening to me. I can't believe we let him. And the worst part is he got suspended and we let him play again
hmm
in the Sugar Bowl and Natty.
Yep.
And
He played in the Sugar Bowl National Championship. He was really only out for the Pac-12
yeah,
championship.
just sickening. I just it's so it makes me really angry. Um, yeah, just
hmm
not much to say.
Yeah, I
Just
got no
lost for
words, man.
words.
It's awful.
It's it's yeah, it's a really really bad look for the UW football program. Obviously Fish was asked about it. I saw the clip, and he wasn't here when all this stuff was
That
going
was
on.
a
So, ugh,
horrible piece of journalism.
really really
Horrific.
bad.
Someone is getting their press pass revoked for UW.
hmm
Um, do your research there. That is just horrible to try to pin that on Fish, you know?
hmm
Here's what I am curious about. You know, Alabama football has a very tight grip on the media in that area.
Mhm.
Will they even ask DeBoer about it?
I honestly don't think so.
They
If
have
he
a
was on the roster
journalistic
at Bama, that'd be one thing,
obligation.
but I don't
They have
think
a
they will.
journalistic obligation to ask him, did you know of the stuff when you decided to let him play? They won't do it, I fear. I fear they won't do it to preserve access because the head football coach there rules the roost. It's his own little fiefdom.
Mhm.
It's just sickening.
Yep.
So I think we just had to say that because that
Mhm.
this news broke just hours ago.
Yep.
Innocent till proven guilty, but I am just echoing what's been put out there.
Mhm.
And from what people have said, it may not be too surprising.
It's been really, really just it almost sounds like it's the understatement of the century is that it's an unfortunate situation. Um, at this point, you hope that he's innocent for his sake, for the accuser's sake, for everyone's sake. It's not pretty though. It's not pretty. And like you said, ultimately, the people that put him in that position, the fact that he was playing in the Sugar Bowl and the national championship with that, not just out there with a prior suspension, there should be some questions asked in Tuscaloosa. Will they be? I don't think
I
so.
think you need national people to ask that question.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's just this is beyond football, you know. This is
Hmm.
just some two young women's lives got ruined by a monster.
So,
I think, it was something we had to talk about. I believe
hmm.
you have to talk about that. So that's why I said journalistic obligation. We're no
Hmm.
journalists, but it was something that needed to be addressed.
Hmm. Yeah, especially
Especially,
when we talk about football so much, it would
yeah,
be remiss if we didn't talk
no,
about
it would
something
be
like that.
irresponsible and horrific
Hmm.
to do that.
Yeah.
But now I'm not gonna come up with any kind of goofy transition. Daniel and I went to the UW Coaches Clinic this weekend. I went for both days, and Daniel went for day two. I want to talk about that for a little bit. I got plenty of fun stories from it. So I'll give kind of a big summary of day one, and then we can both talk about day two. So the highlight of the clinic, in my opinion, is always the food. They feed you real good. Oh my gosh. They had these awesome breakfast sandwiches, top hot donuts for breakfast, bunch of sody pops, even though we're a Pepsi school, which is this thing. I did have plenty of sody pops both days. Made up for the price of admission. Great lunch, open bar. They had the open bar in the Don James or in Club Husky again with a bunch of good food. They had some of my favorite foods. They had soft pretzels, they had, but then also very nice food too. It was awesome. It was awesome. Uh, didn't really hang out too much longer after that, but no talking wide delay with Sheridan drinking Coors Lights like last time. But so it started off with the Jed Fish presentation and the Dempsey, and his PowerPoint just didn't work at all. So he just went off the cuff for like 45 minutes to an hour just about building a program. And he's an incredibly charismatic dude. Like I see why he just succeeds in recruiting, and he definitely has a great vision for building a program. I really do think
Hmm.
that. And that was a good presentation. And then I went to Brennan Carroll first, and we did about a 30-minute talk about installing his perimeter screens. He loves his perimeter screens, and they were really I learned some interesting things. And it was a really great install. And then he took about 20 minutes of questions, and it was great. One of my favorite ones of the weekend. It was awesome. I was never didn't know I was never super hyped on Brennan Carroll, especially coming off of Grub, but he
Hmm.
really won me over. I really liked it. Uh, Talked about snapping the ball for a good 5 minutes about dead man snaps and traditional snapping. So it's like definitely can read between the lines of they have been having to do that a lot uh, in in practice. After that, I went to Steve Belichick, and that wasn't. It was kind of weird. So I think it was pretty clear that he'd never really given a clinic before. So he was in the Dempsey, didn't ha have anything prepared, and just did Q&A for like 45 minutes and didn't use the microphone, so I could hardly hear anything he said. So I didn't really gain anything. Nothing bad though. It's just,
Just not
he's pretty new to the
he's not
college
a
game.
known for his public speaking.
No, he's not. He's a chill guy though. He's not like he's a, antisocial. He's a chill. He's just a pretty laid back. See, not I don't know if laid back, soft spoken. Kind of that Teddy
Hmm.
Roosevelt, speak softly but carry a large stick. Uh,
Hmm.
all business kind of guy. You can tell that for sure. And he's smart, but just was hoping for a little bit more. I heard Cal Fusi had a great one too, which I wish I went to that now. But and then it was after that was lunchtime. Great, great stuff. Don James Center. Rest in peace. Then Brian Kite, the speaker and author, he's been employed by Fish to come in all the time to speak to him. Smart guy, psychology stuff. Talk about discipline a lot. After that, people kind of raced to go see Mike McDonald because it was in the team meeting room and only a certain amount of people could go in. So I was like hustling down the field, and I saw our boy Mike Penix doing a working out for the Atlanta Falcons. Jed Fish was hanging out and talking with Raheem Morris and what's his name? Zach Taylor? No, right? The OC for the
Zach
Falcons.
Robinson.
Zach
Zach
Robinson. Zach Taylor
Robinson.
is a president. Zachary Taylor. Really shitty president.
No, Zach Taylor's the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Zachary Taylor was also a president.
Yeah, it's both. He's both.
Yeah. And that was a really bad president, though. Wait, no. Was Zachary Taylor? Look it up. I think I'm mixing up
He
John
wasn't. No, he
Tyler.
was the president. No, he was.
Okay.
Um,
Uh, they were working out Penix. What's the Zach Robinson? He was working
mhm.
out Penix, and Westy and JP were being the receivers, and it was awesome. And I'll let you. I saw on his social media he was wearing a red do-rag. What could that mean? But I have my own theories about that. We'll get into that later. Mike McDonald talk. Sat in the second row. You can see me on the UW Instagram or Twitter. Super bright, real handsome guy. He wanted to only talk defense. He didn't really want to talk much head coaching, but he ended up doing a little bit of that too. Super bright, really bright. However, I think he got the definition of a creeper versus a sim wrong. He said creepers and sims are the same thing. I disagree. I believe creepers or a sim, you're showing blitz, but still only bringing four. Whereas a creeper, you don't show blitz, but only bring four. So he said they're the same thing. They're not, in my opinion. What was after that? John Schneider. Didn't get too much from that one because actually, wait, no. Strength and conditioning, Tyler Owens. Really bright guy. Really bright guy. Another handsome fella. Um, and then the last one was John Schneider. Didn't get much from that one because it was about talking to Zoomers, which is like, well, I kind of do that every day to myself. So it's like I kind of know how to do that. And he talked about Ron Wolf for a bit, which was pretty cool. That was day one. Daniel want to take us away in day two?
Yeah, day two was a good time, honestly. I had a hard time finding parking when I was getting there, but luckily we were able to make it work. And then they had some. I got there way too late. Rob was telling me they had good burritos that morning, so I missed out on the breakfast burritos. But I did have a pretty good donut. I always like a good maple glazed donut, and they had a
Oh,
couple
they were
left,
good.
and I was able to snag one. So
I
pretty good
saved
breakfast.
this guy a great seat, by the way.
Mhm.
Great seats, great seats. And we listened to Coach Powell talk about special teams a little bit and kind of how to build a program that way, and just kind of how to get players to. Like, I think the biggest thing I took away from his speech is he was talking about how how to get the players to have fun like while they're doing special teams drills and he was showing footage of like players like doing these cool celebrations.
It was awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Like the
Uh,
drill was set up where like at the end of every station there's a camera, so you get if you win that drill you get to celebrate. They had like ones with like Tedero McMillan celebrating. It was pretty cool.
yeah, so it was pretty good stuff. I forget because I know the special teams assistant also talked. You remember the
Hmm.
name, Rob?
No, but he was a smart guy. But I know you got a soft spot for Pow Pow,
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
you, Beau?
Oh yeah, I love Pow man.
He
That's
was
great.
awesome.
Only
Yep.
thing on the graphic, he's still wearing the you can if you zoom in here, he's still wearing the Nike UW gear.
Oh shit. They
Come on,
got
man.
they cornered that out. They cropped that.
They
You
did
know, I
they
was
did
But
telling.
smartly, but I know what it looked like, so
you're smart there. And then the big man himself.
Well, before we get into Mr. BB, the goat of head coaching, I was gonna say too. I was telling Rob at the end of Coach Powell's speech, I was like, because I think Coach Powell like said like dead ass a couple times, said the
He
word dead ass,
did.
and I was talking, I was telling Rob, I was like, he's been around people our age too many
he's
times. He's
been
been
around
around
too many Zoomers, man. He's been
too,
coaching Zoomers for a
too many
while now.
college kids. So he's just like throwing out like dead ass, like all this other stuff. But it was kind of funny. But they had some good speeches. And then yes, Bill Belichick. And I was telling Rob this too. I spent $40 on day two. I would have spent double that just to go listen to Bill Belichick speak about some of the drills he was going over and just like kind of how he walks through like different roles that players are supposed to do. And what's a good he was talking about like a Texas drill a little bit and he was also mentioning, and he was kind of mentioning how like a running back, like how like a running back is putting in a good run, how the blockers doing their job, how the defenders doing their job. And he's going in depth on like all the fundamental aspects of like what
Hmm.
makes each of those positions do their job well. And he was also showing the what not to do aspect of it as well. And his dry humor came out a little bit, which is kind of funny. It's kind of interesting too, like all the other coaches, like in the like during his speech, like you can tell like everyone looks up to that guy because like everyone's like, yes, coach, no coach.
People were captivated. It was just a silent room. Everyone was just
Yeah.
that was the most attentive room I've ever been in. And I was attentive too. It felt
You were 30 ways away, 30 feet away from the greatest coach of all time.
it felt
Has that set in at
surreal
all?
walking him.
It was
It
crazy to
felt
see him in
surreal
person,
watching him
man.
walk in. It was a surreal feeling. The way I would describe his talk is his reputation of just being incredibly meticulous,
Yeah.
especially about the fundamentals of football, came across really strongly. And the drill that he chose is the Texas drill. I don't know if you ever did this drill. We did this drill. And it's you got a quarterback who, quarterback's not really involved. It can be just a staffer. You got a running back, blocker, and a defender with leverage to the outside. And you get a little toss, blocker blocks, maintain your leverage, So it's the drill was about four things. It was about blocking, getting off of blocks, playing with leverage, and running the football well. And Daniel was totally right about the dry sense of humor coming across. There was like a shitty drill that someone did that he was like laughing at. It was pretty funny. But he definitely is not that super gruff mean guy. He's definitely a bit, hurt, which I mean, he kind of earned that right? But it was funny sometimes that he had to be like, "You follow me?" And everyone's like, "Yes." He was like, "Why do you think we're not?" And I think that kind of made me think maybe the reason that he's had some struggles lately is, his image kind of precedes himself. He's maybe not challenged very much anymore, right? But it was an incredible talk. He was both him and Mike McDonald were Bill Belichick, Mike McDonald were like giving glowing praise of Judd Fish. And Mike McDonald shared an interesting story about Jed Fish calling him up just cold in like 2019 or 2018 and wanting to get lunch with him. And this is before McDonald's star started shining and rising, right? He called him because they had the same background. They didn't play college ball. And it was real interesting. It was a hell of a time.
And you heard me. I didn't either.
Sounds
And
like
then
you
we
guys
went
gotta go
to
jet fish for lunch then.
yeah,
Oh, so I
we
should
went
have.
to practice afterwards. We didn't stay too long because it was windy. I mainly wanted to get looks at the quarterbacks, the O line, and the D line, and we were able to do
Hmm.
that. O line is. Work in progress, I would say for sure. They do not look big
Sure.
enough.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of bad snaps. A lot of bad snaps.
Hey, maybe Brailsford's coming back, so
No, it's not happening.
it's not happening.
Oh, sadly.
The
Like
D
it got
linemen
DeBoer
though,
cleared it up.
D linemen are built.
The D lineman I came across pleasantly surprised.
That's good.
Um, I was actually more worried about the D line than the O line. Now it's reversed. Sebastian Valdez looks like a freak. Massive biceps. And then Banda's lost some weight, which is good. He needed to. He had some bad weight. And it was cool seeing Belichick out on the field.
Hmm.
You see, he cut off the sleeves today.
He did cut off the sleeves. I saw. Is he still out there? Like, still going to practices?
He's out there for 5 days and he's still going to be coming out all the time. He's doing
Nice.
analyst work.
Oh, really?
He was holding clipboards and play sheets today at practice.
Wow.
Like he's
Look at
involved.
that.
He's got his
Dang,
own
okay.
spot in the building.
Look at that. That's
Do you see the
crazy.
insanity of Oregon fans the mental gymnastics they were trying to do to say it was bad? It's like, yeah, he has no job. That's because he sucks. It's like, okay, come on, guys. Come on, guys. You're really trying too much here. It's Bill Belichick. Yeah, sure, he's here because of Steve, but Steve's he was a solid NFL defensive coordinator in his own right. You know,
Hmm.
like Steve Belichick's not a nepo hire. He
Hmm.
is, but he definitely has his merits.
Hmm. I
Um,
think, he got his foot in the door because of nepotism, but he's done good since then.
yeah,
So,
he's done a good job. Yeah, you're totally right about that. I put a funny tweet. I actually daily go to my Twitter. I'm pretty proud of this one. I had a good one. Can you hop on over to Real Big Fish?
that's I can. Is it the Tosh
N-
Lupoy one?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think
I
it's in
did see that
replies.
one.
It's not in
The
reply.
replies will show up in both.
Uh,
So here it
here
is
we
right
go.
here.
Just remember that Tosh Lapoy is your DC if you ever try to do that. It's they have Tosh Lapoy in daycare during the day. It's dude
God.
doesn't know what the fuck
Coco.
he's doing.
Coco.
All he's good for is giving people coffee cups full of cash
Hey,
and
Bro.
that's
not
all they
being
need.
afraid to
That's
do
all
it.
they need in Eugene. That's what they've
I
been
mean, he
doing for
did that when he
years.
was here with Sark.
That's true too.
He got in trouble for it, actually.
There you go. There you go.
Shout out Kraken are 5-0. Who would have ever expected that? The Kraken scored more than the Mariners today.
That's not pretty uncommon, unfortunately. Um, there
That's
you
the
go.
coach's clinic.
There you go.
Oh, Demond
Any
is
tape
small.
before?
Demond is small.
Oh yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
tiny.
Yeah, you could tell. Um, anything you saw over the weekend, Robert, that might influence this mock draft we're gonna do here in a couple minutes? Or
Yes, but I'll say for the mock draft.
you're gonna save it for the
However,
mock draft?
Jerome Baker choosing 17.
That's such a bad linebacking number.
Pull it up the new numbers.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
here we go.
horrendous. All of those are for the most part good. There's two
Dante
that I
and
don't.
Zero's
There's
great.
two I don't like.
Yeah,
Guess which two they are?
I'm gonna
You
guess
know
these
one of
two
them.
right here.
Yes. Yes. Retire it.
Yeah,
Retire
the
it.
24 should be retired, and 17 as a linebacker
For a
number is actually
linebacker,
disgusting.
no player wears 17. No
Hmm.
player.
Yeah.
Not even linebackers.
Quarterbacks can wear
What?
17.
Phil Rivers?
Phil
That's it.
Rivers, Ryan Tannehill. I know you're gonna say Ryan
Oh,
Tannehill's
Ryan
not good.
Tannehill.
He had some good years in
You know why he had
17
good years?
because
Derrick
he was throwing
Henry.
to AJ Brown.
Derrick Henry and AJ Brown.
That's fair. But also
Put some
he had
respect
some
on
good
Ryan
years.
Tannehill's name, my guy.
He
He
had
has
some
he
good
had his
years.
moments.
He had some good years. There's probably other good quarterbacks that wore 17 too. Philip Rivers is the one that stands out.
Yeah, I do always like
Um,
some Philip Rivers.
One
His
that
stat
pisses
line
me
with
off
children.
outside of the ones that you mentioned, stat line with the children, the Joe Burrow next to Philip Rivers graphic, that's always an all-time classic. Um, Laviska Shenault taking 81 when 15 is available It's disgusting.
That's
Also, and I
true.
said this before we started, never beating the Baker Mayfield clone allegations with that one.
I take it. He'd make the playoffs.
It's true. That's true. Honestly, if Sam Howell develops into a Baker Mayfield level quarterback,
That's a win.
like current Baker Mayfield, not a couple years ago, current Baker, and then he takes over for Geno, that's a solid succession plan.
That's a win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will be vindicated.
Also I think they signed some random backup Lions O
Yeah,
lineman.
Max Percher right there at 69. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer just for that number choice alone.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That
there
person who
you
had
go.
that was Jaden Ott,
No, he's on Jaden Ott, the Cal running back.
Tyler Ott.
Tyler Ott. There you go. Come on, man. You're fired, Hotch. I'm just kidding.
Who's our current long snapper? I forget his name.
Crystal,
Where'd he go to school?
Penn State.
There we go.
There it is. There it is. We're back, baby. We're back. West Coast Draft
Honestly,
Podcast
I
back.
just totally missed them bringing him on last offseason.
He was an
I just
undrafted
totally
guy.
missed that. Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, I totally
undrafted
missed them
free
getting rid of
agency.
Tyler Ott.
Undrafted free agency is hard to follow. Like, don't get me wrong, because there people tweet about it, but also it's like they'll announce like all the names, and every team will get three or four guys you recognize the name of, but most of
Jake
them are
Bobo.
guys you've never heard of in your life. Yeah, Jake Bobo is a good example. But then
Some
and then
bum
most of
named
them just
Wayne
end up never
Talapapa.
doing anything.
Shout out Wayne
So,
Talapapa. He was a solid back. I'm a Wayne Talapapa apologist.
mm,
UW wins the Natty if we have Wayne Talapapa this year.
probably,
There's an
probably
argument for that. I'm putting that out in the universe.
putting that out
We
in the art. UW wins the Natty if we have Bishop Sankey at running back.
Oh yeah, duh. He was actually good.
Didn't take long to get you to turn against Wayne Talapapa, huh?
No, no. Wayne Talapapa was a solid player.
He was solid. He was, you know what? He was exactly what he needed to be,
He
and
hit
sometimes
holes.
that's all you
He hit
need.
the holes.
Yep, hit the holes. Hit
Uh,
the holes.
Bishop Sankey was a good player. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I like
Miles
Wayne
Gaskin.
Talapapa. I'm a Wayne Tal. He's one of my soft spots.
That's fair. That's fair.
Man, that moment where like they hug after like the UVA shooting too is like, oh my God. Now that's ruined. That moment's ruined. The ZTF moment's ruined.
Yep.
And it's even worse with the shit that happened now.
Yeah.
I will say this. I've been watching a lot of Arizona football
Mhm,
from
mhm.
the last 2 years. The offense is more exciting than I remembered it being. I thought it was like a boring McVay, but they do some pretty fun stuff in there.
Man, they absolutely ran up Utah in a
Utah was pretty
rainstorm too.
fucked by injuries, but yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen very often to a Kyle Whittingham team because it's like Iowa. They'll make you play down to their level.
Yeah, and a rainstorm in Tucson too. I remember I was driving back up from Tucson, and I just like on the way down, there was like because I was driving north, and I was driving towards this just massive rain cloud. So I'm pulling into my house closer to Phoenix, pull up, turn the game on, and I'm like, oh, there's the rainstorm that I saw coming south earlier. So that was a
I'll say this: Fish gets his guys to play for him. My biggest worry, I don't know if he's a great in-game coach, like how he blew the USC game.
yeah, yeah. That one was tough. That one was tough.
I think they
Coached
ran out
pretty
of
well
two
against
point
us in
plays.
game though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Um, what was the last thing I was going to say about this? I do think a defense under Fish will be better than any possible defense under DeBoer.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I think he can get dudes like those dudes in Zona last year were flying around in
Hmm.
ways we weren't.
Yeah, they did not have the talent on defense that we did last year either.
Mm,
I'm not, don't get me wrong, they had some dudes, but like,
and their secondary is pretty stacked.
no, their secondary is way better than us.
Our
But we
front
also
seven was
pull
better.
our front seven was better, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, but they didn't have any pass rusher that were like Trice or ZTF.
I don't know. Deuce Robinson's pretty freaky, but he's a twig and he still looks like one. Um, But those guys flew around in ways I never saw happen on the DeBoer offense. I don't know what it, or defense. I don't know what it is. Is it a pretty conservative defense, Is it
Hmm.
um our conditioning is, I don't know what it was, but those dudes fly in Arizona. And do you think it was Jerry Nansen? Do you think it was Fish, the staff? I think, a real smart person I met um at the coach's clinic was talking to me. It's like when you're a coordinator, you coach the coaches. When you're a position coach, you coach the players. So I think it has to do a lot with those position coaches. And there's some really good position coaches on that staff.
Hmm.
Jay Rich, awesome. Kaufusi, awesome. We got a former Bama linebacker coach.
Hmm.
I'm excited. I think the defense is going to be interesting to watch.
I agree. I agree. It's gonna be better. Plus, we got Price Hawk, man. We're starting to pull some of
He's
those guys in the
he's
secondary.
freaking huge. I
He's a
saw
monster,
him.
man.
Oh my, that's a first round corner
Yeah.
because he moves well. He makes me think of Kevin King.
Speaking of Kevin King, back in the league, baby.
Who's he
Took two
with?
years off. Falcons.
What? Oh, yep, I saw that. Jimmy. Oh, when
Jimmy.
I
Jimmy
saw when
got
I
his
saw that
guy.
Raheem Morris video, one, it was an awesome video, but
Hmm.
it was defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake. I got like Vietnam flashbacks.
Defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake had the opposite reaction. I showed a quick
You're
tear of
too much of
joy.
a loyalist, and
I
god
am.
damn it, you have been vindicated in a bit, okay? The Jimmy Lake era did suck, but Jimmy Lake doesn't seem like to be a total prick.
It wasn't. I and you can make the argument, why were you settling for your fourth choice? I am of the belief that if it wasn't John Donovan at OC, the Jimmy Lake era would have gone better.
hmm I think the
But we'll
defense
never know. We'll
did look
never
worse
know.
because the offense was so bad.
Hmm.
I don't
We'll
think
never
Jimmy
know.
was ready for it. I do think that was, part of it. Just being a head coach, it's hard to do.
Hmm.
I went through that myself as a teenager. That was a very bad choice. But what else was I thinking here? Jimmy is the opposite DeBoer. Jimmy is a really good dude, but presents himself absolutely stupidly when the cameras are on. For example, shoving Rupert Akifavai
Hmm.
and like the academic prowess bullshit, and the run the
Hmm.
damn ball hat. When the cameras were on, he did stupid stuff, but he was a good dude.
No,
On the
honestly,
converse,
honestly one of the nicest coaches on, like, between when I started at UW and when I finished. Jimmy Lake, awesome guy.
hmm
Awesome guy. Would be one of the few, even when he was the head coach, was one of the few coaches that would actually come sit down and have lunch with people that were at my level.
hmm
Awesome guy.
I think probably the UW fan hate comes from the results, and I think every head coach
Hmm.
understands it is a result-oriented
Hmm.
thing. I think he didn't go out all pissy.
No, he
I remember he
did.
sent a
He
tweet.
put out a statement when he was
I was
fired. He
like,
put
"It's
out a
all love,
statement.
I love you
Yeah.
guys." And it's like, we are still waiting on that from DeBoer.
And we'll never get it. We'll never get it.
Nope, nope. And here's something funny that I think you'll appreciate this, Beau.
Hmm.
I was talking to a UW camera crew person who we both know. Oh, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast.
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
okay.
it's a
I know
good thing. It's
exactly
a
what you're
good
talking
thing.
about.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
But he said, well, one, he said this. He thinks that last staff's success came a lot more from the players than the coaching.
Hmm.
And he likes this new staff a lot more, just so much more friendly. And like there were some pricks on that old staff. And just
Only there been someone saying that for 2 years.
you had been. And I agreed with you with them though. I
Mhm.
always gave you credit and gave you the
Benefit of the doubt, yeah.
benefit not benefit of the doubt, but trusted you on that.
Yeah.
Gave you the stage. But
Hmm.
he said they're just people like him a lot more, a lot easier to get along with. Um,
Hmm.
so I think that's probably why they recruit better. Uh, and they do smart things like rather than have practices at bright and early when players are hung over, True story is what he says. They have practices at the time they play games.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense for the human body, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Even as an athlete growing up, man, I never understood coaches that wanted to have practice at like 6 in the morning.
oh,
Hmm.
Like you don't get anything from getting up early. I guess like coaches maybe see it as like a discipline thing, but in
hmm.
hindsight, man, it's just stupid. You can practice discipline at 3 p.m. probably even better than you can at 6 a.m., especially if you're a
You
teenager.
know what was the
Hmm.
most bullshit? You're at football camp, and they wake you up at the middle of the night to do runs. That ever happened to you?
No, it never happened to me.
The
And I'm a
first time it
state
ever happened
championship
to me,
ring.
the first time it ever, I could have had one too and would have done the same effort for one as you did. However, there was effort that we did. You know what it was?
What's that?
Scout team, baby.
There you go.
I
There
still
you
got,
go.
I got helmet stickers every week for the scout team.
There you go. And that's all that matters, man. And that's all that
Hmm.
matters.
Yeah, no, you ever get those helmet stickers? Those were pretty
No,
cool.
we
Like
didn't we didn't have helmet
all the
stickers.
varsity, they were very small white ones. It was
Uh,
a red helmet, and all the varsity players, especially because we were good, because you only got them after wins.
hmm.
The like varsity starters, because we won so much that year, and they all had good stats. They were just freaking covered with them. They all looked so cool. I was so jealous. But
I'm assuming it's sweet.
scout team, when you're a good team, has scout team players that care and a culture that supports that too. Because the good players want you to be good. A bad team, the good players want to just crush you all the time, and it sucks. Shout out Kyle Throckmorton. Is he on a team this year?
Yeah, I think Broncos picked him up.
Let's go. Shout out Cal. Good guy. But
Reunited with
mm,
Mr.
Sean Payton likes his
Sean
guys.
Payton, yeah.
He's loyal to his guys, and I respect him for that.
Surprised Michael Thomas hasn't signed there considering they need a wide receiver.
Hmm. Were you the one who sent that video that was like, "Is this the greatest offense of all time?"
Oh, I saw that video.
Oh, I did send that one. Yep, that was me. Yep.
That was
That was
really
so
good.
funny, man. That was so funny.
I feel like the Broncos though just need a lot. I
They're
mean,
gonna
definitely a
They need a
tank.
receiver,
lot.
They're
but
gonna tank. They
Yeah,
should. I think
they
they're gonna
should.
get Bo. Honestly, they might just be like, "Fuck it, we'll take Bo Nix at 12," and because we like him,
Oh.
and you guys are gonna fucking snipe us for him anyways in the second round, right?
Hmm.
Honestly, Broncos should trade down and take if they really want Bo, take him at the end of the first.
Hmm.
If you want him, go get him, right? Like
Yeah.
a scout told me, if there's a quarterback you think's the guy, you don't let him go by. Although
Hmm.
John Schneider did that twice. He's
Hmm.
That was fucking bold. That was bold, but it paid off.
Yeah.
But gosh, Sidetrack Podcast is back,
Yeah.
folks. We're like
It,
on tangent number 4.
last thing here
Tangent
before
within
we hop
tangent.
into the mock draft here. If you'd told me back in 2019, the draft that had both Folsom Bulldog great Jonah Williams and Folsom Bulldog great Jake Browning. There we go. If you told me which of them would be viewed more favorably by their team in 2024, I would not have gotten that one correct, my friend. But there you go.
Is
Jake
there some
Browning's.
hate towards Jonah?
I don't know if I'd call it hate, but people in Cincinnati were not upset to see him leave.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, people in Cincinnati weren't upset to see him leave. We upgraded with Trent Brown, and we might upgrade again at 18. But we'll get to that in the draft. Meanwhile, Jake Browning, great backup quarterback. We love
Hot,
him.
hot girlfriend.
And a hot girlfriend. That's right. That's right. Cincinnati quarterbacks are on fire right now. And if you put their numbers together, it's 6 and 9. So
Whoa.
there you go.
wow.
There we go. Let's hop into the mock draft, boys.
It's been long enough.
What are we thinking? We doing 2? We want to go crazy and try 3? What are we
Three's
thinking, boys?
tough, man.
Three's
Let's
tough.
go.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll
save
go
3
2.
for the last.
I like that idea. We'll
We're
go
we're
2.
we're down to like we're
Two
I
and a
made the
half weeks? Not
Facebook
even two and a
event.
half weeks.
I made the
16
Yard
days.
House Facebook event today.
There you go. Who's all going?
Uh, I invited Mr. Daniel Lisenby,
Yeah.
Zachary Johnson, Cameron Masters, friends of the pod.
Friends, all
Wait,
but
what
Zach
day's
Jocelyn
the
have been featured on the pod
I
at some
can't believe he
point.
hasn't been on yet.
what
He'll
day's
be
the draft
featured.
event?
It is on a Thursday. No, Friday.
Thursday.
Friday, Thursday?
Yeah, the draft's always on Thursday, or the
Yeah,
first round's always
I
on
thought that.
Thursday.
I thought that. Thursday the 25th.
Dude, I don't know if I can make it that day.
No.
I
What are you
gotta.
doing?
I'm DJing that night
Oh, all right, all right.
at a
No.
club. So
You know
yeah,
what? That'll be
Hey,
fun
good for
too.
you.
That'll
That's
be fun
awesome.
too.
yeah.
That'll be fun too.
It's gonna be my first show in over a year when I used to do
Okay.
like private parties.
I'd go if the draft wasn't that day. Although, to be honest, clubs aren't my thing. But I'd go for you, Daniel.
Dude, if you come
Go to
by, I'm gonna
support.
be rocking some drum and bass, throwing some hardcore in there. It's gonna be the kind of genres that might get me kicked out, but it's gonna be fun, man. We'll be vibing.
Mm, we love
There
it.
you go. There you go. Let's hop right into it then, boys. We gonna enter the draft. Before we get going, are we making any pre-draft trades? I don't know if there's any that really call to me. I feel like a lot of these are gonna be dependent what's on the board.
Exactly.
So we'll just hop right into it. Start draft. Yes,
All
after
right, Beau,
remember what
give
all
me
their
you
teams
gotta
are.
you gotta give the latest rumor because I know you probably know the latest rumor for a lot of teams.
For a lot of teams, yeah. So Chicago, the latest
Okay, yeah.
rumor is that the latest rumor. Um, it is Caleb Williams. He only took one visit in the entire draft process, and it was to the Bears. Apparently, it went really well. Apparently, they've already given him his key card. Maybe actually
I
that
can't
that one
believe they're making him have Shane Waldron as his OC.
his first
Honestly,
NFL OC is
Getsy
gonna be
would have been
Shane
better.
Waldron. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like Getsy's not that good.
That is
But
failing
Shane
upwards.
Waldron's rough. That's rough. They are putting him a lot of talent around him, though. I will say that. Got
hmm
Keenan. The only debate left at number one is who gets number 13 between Keenan Allen and Caleb Williams now, because they have not announced Keenan Allen's number yet. Um, but Caleb,
One thing I wanted to
oh yeah.
mention. Shoot, what was it? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Former Bears receiver Chase Claypool visiting Seattle.
Ah, yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Visca and Claypool, like just total washed up dudes.
And you won't even
Wait,
need to use the 32nd overall
You know,
pick to get him.
I was like, man, I wish we had Chase Claypool a couple years ago. I might get my wish.
He got one good year in
That was the
Pittsburgh,
year I was
man.
like, man, I wish we had him.
speaking of
One
Chase
good year.
Claypool, boys, did you know that recently there was a CFL team that got rights to sign him if he decides to go back to Canada?
I did see that. I did see that.
Yes, he's
So if he
ended
had to
up
go back
there.
to the CFL, I forget the name of the Saskatchewan team, but it's their
They're
team.
no longer they are now the Elks. No, that's Edmonton.
That's Edmonton.
Saskatchewan, is that the Rough Riders?
I thought they were the Rough Riders.
I
Yeah.
think so. Sounds about
Edmonton
right.
changed from the Eskimos to the Elk, which honestly, Elks is a pretty cool name.
It's unique. I would have gone with like the Caribou.
Too
I
bad the
think that'd
team
be
sucks
cool.
though.
Like how like plenty of bird teams have wings or like ram teams have horns. You can do
Hmm.
like moose antlers and or
You
elk
could.
antlers. That
That'd be
is
sick.
a
Like
cool
reindeer horns.
idea right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
That'd
I
be
liked
cool.
the Battlehawks in XFL 2.0. They did a unique twist on the wings, but the current ones in XFL 3.0 and the UFL, lame.
Lame. Disappointing. Also, moment of silence for destroying.
I know, yeah,
Fractured
he
his neck.
fractured his neck.
Yikes.
Oh,
It's not great. It's not great.
The
Professional
one hit
football's
he
different,
does,
folks.
he's
Professional
done.
football's
I
different.
know. Life of destroying. Life life of the vegetable.
hope for speedy recovery, man. Speedy enough.
Woo.
Damn.
That one was edgy. That one was edgy right there.
Yikes.
That one's
That one's yeah. Who's up with the commies? Rob, you're up with the commies. Okay, actually, funny thing. So this one is basically down to May and Daniels, but I will also say funny story on this one was the report came out today. I don't even remember who retweeted. It was probably Dev Climbing because he retweets everything. That there was rumor that Jaden Daniels' meetings with the Commanders had not gone well, and thus he preferred to play for the Patriots. And Jaden Daniels quote tweeted it saying, "Dog, I haven't even been to Washington yet. My meeting with them is next week."
Oh man, that's awesome. They
So
didn't like
cooked
his
up
elbow.
climbing.
They didn't like his elbow sack.
It's funny looking. I won't lie, it's
It's
funny
nasty.
looking.
But people are like it has no impact. It's like okay,
I mean, if it does it, but it don't mean it's not ugly.
yeah, that don't mean
Wait,
it's
Daniel,
not
have you
something.
seen this? Have you seen this?
Oh, I don't
Jaden,
want to see it again. No, don't make me see it. Daniel,
Let's
don't see it. Don't look.
let's
we're
see
pulling
it.
this up. We're pulling this up.
Hold
Jaden
up.
Daniels' elbow.
Oh, it's weird.
There's like a million fake accounts. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
There's real elbow.
Yeah, that's his real elbow. That's not edited.
There's no way.
No, it's real, man. It's
He's got a
real.
sack on his
Wait, I think I
elbow.
have seen that picture, and I thought it was like a deep fake or something.
No, it's real, man. I thought his freaking like
Get it
elbow was
drained.
dislocated at first.
Yeah, after he got like body slammed, that happened.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, but anyways, that was the latest rumor I'd seen, and it wasn't even real.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But yeah,
Jaden Daniels.
it's but Daniels or May.
Especially, I mean, you can't trust anything you hear though about rumors at this time of year. You can't trust
Hmm.
anything. But
Yeah,
yeah, Jaden Daniels here.
there you go.
The
I'm
wrongful
up
Heisman.
with the New England Patriots. I'm
It's a
open to a
trade.
trade down. I'm
hmm
open to a trade down here. If any
Who have I
gentlemen,
seen trading up here? It wasn't the Vikings
um,
though. I
so
think
there's three teams. There's three
Broncos. All
teams.
right, Broncos are trading
Vikings.
up here. Broncos are trading up here.
Yeah, okay, you want the Broncos? Okay, actually, Daniel, do you want the Vikings to explore a trade up here?
I think the Vikings are going to stay put this time.
Okay,
Vikings
Vikings are gonna stay put.
are.
All right.
I've heard a lot of MPJ to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So obviously 3-12. What else are you going to throw my
Well, they're
way
gonna have
here?
to give up next year's one.
Agreed.
I do they have to give up 76 though? I don't think so.
I'm not gonna take 76. I won't make you take
I
76.
think it'd be
I do
121
want
or
121 though.
136.
I
Yeah,
want
I think that's
121.
pretty fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will offer, and it will be. There we go.
Wait, but do they
Draft.
take I think they take JJ. I think they take JJ.
There you go. You're the GM, so it's all you, man. JJ McCarthy.
hmm
All righty. There you go.
There's
Three
been talk of May
QBs.
falling. I don't think May fits McVay or Peyton.
No, no. I'm trying to think who left. Who's left here that needs a QB? Minnesota, Vegas, New York.
I was going to say, technically, the
New
Giants.
York. New York's gonna take Drake. Yeah, there you go.
So here we go. The Cardinals. You're on the board with the Cardinals, Mr. Daniel.
Let's just do Marvin Harrison Jr., my guy.
Hmm.
hmm
He's on the board. You don't complain about that. Chargers up for Roberts.
Do the Giants want to trade up here for Drake May to secure it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we do. I think we do because who knows if Minnesota
You
or
see
who's
these
that other
happen. They
team?
just want to secure
Vegas.
it.
Yeah, they want the insurance. Let's see, where are the Giants on here? New York Jets? No. Oh, here we go. 5, 6 to move up.
Probably 107.
Yeah, 107. We'll just force the trade.
Hey, trade Nick Vanette. There you go.
Why won't let me force the trade? Am I doing? Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna take Drake May. And you're back up.
Roma Dunte.
There you go. The Titans on the board here, Mr. Daniel, Mr. Lisenby.
I always pick Joe Alt every time I get the Titans, but I think for today, we're going to pick Malik Neighbors
That's fun. I like that.
to go to Tennessee.
There you go. The Falcons are on the board
You want to hear my
also.
theory, Daniel? Here's my theory time.
Mhm.
There was a big old contingent of Falcons coaches in Seattle on Saturday or Friday, I think.
Yeah.
They weren't there for MPJ. They were there for Troy Fatanu. He's O-line one.
Which is interesting because they don't really. He's not O-line one. Sorry, Joe Alt's O-line one. But
Overrated. Too tall.
um,
Oh, Talisa Fuaga's O-line one. I just
Oh,
wanted
by
to
the
say.
way, on that note, it's pronounced Fwanga. I learned that this week. It's a silent or not
Fuanga.
silent N, invisible N. It's Fwanga. Because I guess in the Tongan language, it's like Tagovailoa, where there's the N. It's pronounced Tagovailoa, but it's spelled Tagovailoa. Fwanga's the
Hmm.
same way. So it's Talisi Fwanga.
There's been a lot more Tongans in football lately, because who else is a Tongan? I saw this the other day.
Mm.
Fafita's Tongan.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
A lot of big
There you go.
boys come out of the Pacific Islands, my friends.
Not Fafita.
Except for Fafita. Except Fafita.
God.
Um,
I
there you
might be
go.
wrong on that. It was some Arizona players Tongan.
Yeah.
Look this
I
up
don't
for
know
me.
if the
It's driving me crazy. I
I
gotta
don't
see if
know if the
Fafita's Tongan.
Falcons need O line though, because like left to right, they got Jake
You know what they
Matthews.
do?
They got
You know what the Falcons do? They take
what's that?
BPA.
That's true. They don't have a lot of needs. I guess they still need edge rush and probably some corner help, but I won't say too much. I'll look this up. Arizona football roster. While you're doing that, Daniel, you're up with the
Wait,
Falcons.
scroll down real quick. I thought Dallas Turner was ranked higher. Did he drop?
He might have dropped a little bit. Yeah,
Oh
he's down here
wow.
at
Yeah, he
16.
did. Shit.
You know who's right there? You know who's right there? You know who's ranked higher than Dallas Turner?
Troy Fatanu. Dude, if they're gonna work him out though, that doesn't mean they're gonna be guaranteed to take him.
Especially when they really don't have that need at
You
all.
know
Their O
what?
line's good
No, no,
and
I'm just
under
reading.
contract, just as
Yeah.
importantly.
You know what? I'm seeing a name and I want to have some fun. With the eighth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Football Falcons select Cooper DeJean, cornerback.
Oh, that
Ooh!
is horrible.
No, actually, you know what? I've heard a lot of buzz that he could be CB1 after his pro day. I've heard a lot. I don't think it's crazy.
His hips are
Crazy.
stiff, man.
I don't think it's crazy, man. Um,
He's at least 4 for me.
do the New York Jets want to call and secure Joe Alt? Or does a team on this list want to call and secure Joe Alt? Actually, you know what? I know who wants to call and secure Joe Alt. Shut up, guys. New Orleans Saints.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 14. Give me next year's too. Joe Alt, you're a saint. There you go. That was easy. All right, Jets are on the board. I'll see if I can find this Tongan guy on Arizona's roster while you're picking Rob.
Just look up Fafita. It's either Fafita or Manu.
Yeah, there's a Fafita and a Manu.
No, it's either. It's either.
Oh, which one of them's Tongan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think there's I think we're gonna be getting some Arizona guys in the spring portal. It's the latest rumor.
I could see it. Um, mm, it doesn't say either of them on here.
Mhm.
Oh well, doesn't matter. We'll
And
figure this
part
out
of the
someday.
reason is 90% of Arizona's NIL money went to 2 players. Can you pick which 2 they were?
It's not hard to figure out. Not hard.
All right,
Not
so this has
hard.
got to be a tackle, huh?
Yeah. Uh, not necessarily. Probably, but not necessarily. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up here.
Dude, they need a right tackle, right?
Well, I mean, they have Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses. They're both really
Mhm.
old, but they're both
I'm talking about
solid.
for the future. Yeah,
Oh,
no.
for the future, they need both.
Let's go Fuanga.
Wonga. There you go. The
And
Vikings here,
Hey
Mr.
boys,
Daniel.
we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
The Vikings are gonna do a trade with the greatest team of all time, the Detroit Lions.
They've done this before.
they have.
And they're gonna do it again.
All right. All right. What's the trade?
Just pick whatever lower round pick for the Lions, they give over to Minnesota.
We'll give him 61 because
No.
actually, you know what? 73. We'll
Give
do
him 70,
73.
give him 73. Force a trade. Yeah.
It's actually saying the trade's likely to be accepted.
It doesn't know. They don't know shit.
What can I say, man? The Vikings just like getting fleeced.
That is true.
So with the 11th pick, the Lions, the greatest team of all time, Brad's gonna cook like he always does. He's gonna take Latu.
Oh, I like that. I've been seeing him a lot higher recently
He's been
too. I could
climbing.
see that. I could see
I
that.
have heard though that the Vikings aren't letting Penix past them.
Hmm. I could see that too. We'll see. We'll see. I'm up with the Patriots, and I've unfortunately traded out of getting the top four quarterbacks.
It also
I'm
has
not
been
going to
said
reach
that the
for
Giants are also very interested in Penix.
I'm not going to reach for Penix or Knicks here, though. I am actually going to trick Troy Fatani. Build up the O line. They need it. They need a lot. But none of the receivers are worth taking there. I could have traded down again, theoretically, got more into Brian Thomas range, but I think the Patriots at a certain point they need to start building up that team. And I'm up again with the Raiders.
Silver and black, MPJ.
That's actually what I'm doing.
I like
I
that.
know you thought I was joking, but yeah, no. They
No,
they
no,
need a
I
quarterback. They
wasn't
need a
kidding.
quarterback too.
I
They
wasn't
need a
kidding.
quarterback.
I don't think he's getting past them either.
And I'm back up again with the Bears. Holy cow, I'm on a
You are
roll here, boys.
manipulating this draft board.
The Bears. Brock Bowers, very tempting here. Johnny Newton, very tempting here. Byron Murphy, very tempting here. Dallas Turner, very tempting here. Honestly, man. Hmm. Positional values telling me Turner here. Yeah, positional value tells me Turner, so I'm gonna go Turner. Colts, finally someone that's not me. That's you, Daniel.
I always forget I'm the Colts. I think this is an easy pick for them. I think Mr. Brock Bowers is going
Yeah,
to go to
that
Indy.
one
Mhm.
seems locked in. There's a rumor going around that they want to trade up for him too. So if he's there at 15, they don't
Yeah.
have to trade up.
They got to give my guy AR some weapons, and he's a
Hmm.
pretty damn good weapon.
There you go.
This is going to be a trade down. Any interest here from anyone?
No one who's calling to trade.
Hey,
No.
how about the Vikings?
Let's see. Let's look at the yeah, maybe. Let's look at what the board holds though and see if there's any teams with a significant corner need.
Yeah, hey, Daniel, you could have traded up with the Seahawks here. I would have traded down to 29 for you.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
if my team seriously needed. Ooh, actually, you're not going to trade in division. I was going to call up with either the Rams or 49ers and
I
get
want to
team
get down
control.
further because I want more value.
What about the Niners?
Who's a Give me a little scroll here down here. Who I have or no
I would.
at the
Oh, here.
we're gonna go trade with the Packers. Packers are
Gonna
trading up for
trade
a
Packers.
tackle.
Okay. And you control the
Yep,
Packers too.
exactly.
So
So
there you go. Trade Green Bay Packers. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, here we go.
we're gonna go 25
25.
and 41. Yeah, you think that's too much? How about 58?
58. I think 58 will get it
Yeah,
done.
let's do that.
There you go. Congratulations. You now have a second round pick.
Woohoo!
Packers.
Packers are gonna take give me the top tackles. And I'm pretty sure I know who I'm gonna take though. We're gonna take Amarius Mims.
It's a tackle that I would have taken.
I know the
I'm
Bengals like him.
no, the Bengals like the three guys that I've heard tied to the Bengals that the three that they have brought in for workouts, Kwanga, Fatanu, Mims. They don't seem interested in Latham or
I
Fashanu at
think
all.
two of those. I think there's a chance Mims gets there. I think Fuanga and Fatana are going to be gone before 16. I'd sit and pick
This
either of those.
I don't hate what's going to be available for the board here, but
No,
before
there's
we
good
do
play.
that, the Jaguars are on the board.
That's me, right?
Yep, you're still the Jags.
This is Graham Barton territory for me, or JPJ.
Yeah, yeah. They did sign Mitch Morse to a multi-year deal.
They still need guards,
They do still. Yeah, they do still need
and
guards.
both can play guard.
Yeah, I think the league is higher on Barton, but
I
I'll
agree.
make you let you
We're
make
gonna
the
take
call.
Barton here.
All right, there we go. All right, I'm back up with the Bengals here. They're not going to draft a tackle here because I don't think they like Fashanu or Latham, and I know they don't like Guyton. Um, Newton,
I was right on Fashanu. I was right.
Newton, Murphy. I think they're ultimately going to be deciding here between Newton and Murphy.
I agree.
I don't necessarily think they can go wrong either direction. I'm just seeing if there's anything I'm missing here. This might be a trade down spot.
Seahawks have been just radio silent.
You know
Nothing's been
what?
getting out.
Philadelphia.
They want a corner.
They want a corner. All of them are still on the board other than Cooper. I think we can move down a few spots.
It's probably 120.
Yeah. And for 4 spots, I'm fine.
It's been cheap to trade up in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a fourth
Yep,
for
Philly.
that.
You're Philly, so go ahead.
We're gonna take Q.
There you go. I like it. The Rammies, just me.
Ugh,
Yeah. Take a
which one?
couple name. Yeah, it's gonna be one of these two. Um, nice thing. Shoot, I might have played myself here because the Dolphins and Rams could both theoretically
Uh-oh.
things like
You played
this.
yourself.
I played myself. That's all right. I'll just trade down again. Or I'll just take Terry on Arnold.
There's fine players
Steelers can
later.
take.
Hey, good time for us though. Tavondre Sweat getting popped for a DWI.
I did see that.
Boom times for us. That's a fourth rounder right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I have no idea if this is true, but apparently when they not when they arrested him, but like when they tested him afterwards, he was like 25% above the legal limit.
He's 400 pounds. How?
And hear me out here. They tested him an hour and a half after they pulled him
Oh
over.
my God. That's just not possible. That's just not possible.
Yeah, that's why I'm like kind of doubting it in a way, but maybe.
Either something's off about that,
There
or he
were
just
there
won the
were
better of a
so
lifetime.
Pauline from I read on Seahawks draft blog said that in interviews with teams, Sweat said he used to be a part of your, but not anymore. And then he does this weeks before the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Already has a weight problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's off some teams' draft boards.
I agree.
You know who this is an exciting time for though
Who's that?
is I'm blanking on his name from LSU and Rook Oroboro.
Jordan Jefferson?
No,
Or Mason Smith. Mason Smith. They got two
mhm.
nose tackles there. You're right though. Rukaro.
Makai Wingo too.
I'm gonna go with Murphy here for the Rams just because I think the league is higher on him than Newton.
As they and
Although
injury
I don't know, I'm
concerns.
kind of swinging back around to liking Newton,
I like
but
Murphy better.
we'll
I
see.
have for a long time.
Stillers up on the board for Mr. Daniel.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Vikings want to trade up with Pittsburgh.
You
You
control
know,
both, so it's your
this would be
call.
a good Cam Hayward groom replacement spot though. Johnny Newton.
Mm. All right. So Minnesota's going to trade 29. They're going to
They're gonna
trade
keep
one.
23.
They're going to keep 23. So they're going to trade 29, 129. And let's do next year's first rounder. Why not? For
To move
20.
up 3 spots?
Because it's the Vikings, man. We got to have some fun today. Just got to
All
do
right.
it. You know?
Okay.
That's the trade. Actually, no. Pittsburgh's also going to give up next year's second rounder. Just because why not?
There we go. We're doing it. Forced trade. All right. Who are the Vikings taking? Wait. Do the Roger Goodell announcement. I want to be on my toes here.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
With the 20th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Bo Nix quarterback out of board.
Oh,
I can see it too. It's the worst thing is the trade is pretty unrealistic. The pick is not unrealistic at all. All right, Miami.
Cracks me up that I have the Vikings, man. Why'd you guys let me have them, dude? You knew I was gonna fuck with them. Every mock draft, I'm gonna fuck with them.
There you go. Well, you're picking again for him in a few picks. So
if only I had Green Bay and Dallas as well. Oh man.
You should have traded Justin Jefferson to the Steelers.
Dude, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my God. Bro, I should have traded into the
Contract
Bengals, man.
dispute.
Honest to God.
Contract dispute.
Wait, hold on, Daniel. I'm calling you for a trade with the Dolphins. I'm calling you with the trade offer.
Okay. Which team?
I, Cincinnati Bengals, I'm gonna offer you 22 and 97 to move up one spot.
Don't let him snipe your interior defensive lineman, Daniel. You have to tell him who you're trying to pick when you're trading up.
Yeah, who are you trying to pick, though?
I'm trying to pick Johnny Newton. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to pick Johnny Newton.
Dude, NFL GMs do
All
that,
right.
Daniel. They
Yeah,
tell each
you're
other
right.
who they're trading up
You're
for.
trade up.
You fool, you got played.
Who, me?
Johnny
Oh,
Newton, you
fun.
are a
Yes,
Cincinnati Bengal.
Now we're chilling. I was going to take Johnny Newton with him.
you
We're
probably
going to
should.
take, for the Dolphins, we're going to take JC Latham.
Hmm.
I think Dolphins need O-line more right now than defensive line.
That's true. That is true. They definitely need O-line help.
So I was going to say, if you were trying to take an O-lineman, I would have been no. I would have said no, but. Oh, the Vikings are back. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love having this team. Dude, so literally, if I had Green Bay and Dallas as well, that's the trifecta right there. That would have been
And
amazing.
Chicago. Honestly. If you had
And
Chicago,
Chicago,
you would have them drafting JJ McCarthy first overall in every mock
either
draft.
that or trading down.
All right, you're up. You're up here.
Oh man, what do they want to do? What do the Minnesota Vikings
They got
want to
their
do?
quarterback. They got their quarterback.
Honestly, look at interior O line. I want to see who's available there. Do they need a center?
They don't really need a
JPJ's
center.
a guard. He's not even a
JPJ
center.
can't be a guard though, and they
He
need
should
a
be a guard.
guard.
I'm thinking
JPJ shouldn't be a center.
because being serious about the Vikings for a second, I know they do need O line. They were kind of struggling with depth there last year, so I do want to take someone in the interior. Also, if they're gonna get Bo Nix, they might as well. Yeah, we can take JPJ. Why not?
There you go.
Give him some depth.
Dallas, you're on the board. That's Robert. Actually, there's an obvious pick, I feel like, right here.
I think so too. And it's Olu Fashanu.
Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
I would have taken him at the Seahawks right there too.
There you go. Speaking of,
I got a pick in mind. It's
yeah,
Jared Verse.
I can see it. He's visiting Seattle tonight. As we
Yeah,
speak,
we're gonna go Jared
he's in
Verse here.
town.
At 25, that's a steal.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Bucks is Daniel.
All right. Scroll down a little bit. Oh man, okay. I don't know what I want to do with Tampa.
Go explore trade down.
No, you know what, low key, we're gonna trade down with Tampa. I want to trade with the Steelers.
I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be 29 for 26. Look at Tampa's trading 26. Look at Pittsburgh's roster.
Yeah. Okay.
See if they got a player there.
Oh, Godwin have a good beat guy.
There you go.
All right, never mind. Just trade like a fourth rounder or something from
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
we'll go with like 119.
Okay. Because I would like Pittsburgh to have a pretty solid corner. I would like them to take Terry and Arnold.
Good pick. It's a good pick right there.
I already got Joey Porter Jr. though.
Yeah, but you need someone across from him.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's they need defense, man. It's Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't have a bad defense if you're a Steeler.
Although they do not, they literally don't have a center on the roster right now. Fun fact. So
We'll be fine.
there wasn't really any on the board. I guess Zach Frazier, but Cardinals already have Marvin Harrison in tow.
They do.
Who's going to be flying back to Glendale with Marvin on the flight from Detroit?
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like Arizona's got a bunch of needs. I feel like you just take BPA here.
JPG would JP Jackson
It
Powers
would have been a
Johnson would
fit
be a
for
good
them.
pick. Although Kool-Aid being there, that's what's
JPJ's
a good
already
one.
gone though.
I'd
I don't know, man.
one of the corners.
I've heard some stuff about Kool-Aid recently from Lions draft discourse. There's been some rumors going around about him that aren't super favorable.
Hmm.
I'm a little 50-50 on him. I kind of want to take Nate Wiggins.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, we can get
It
behind
is
that.
still so funny to me that Cardinals fans are like, we're getting the first and second pick next year, and then they got the 27th.
Fourth and 27. Fourth and
Right.
27. Close enough.
Nice try,
Um,
buddies. You gave up the third overall pick. You got whooped.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Wait,
Bills.
hold on. Wait, Daniel. Daniel, I've got a trade offer for you.
Okay.
As the Carolina Panthers, I'm gonna give you 35,
He's
or
stealing
no,
your
sorry,
position again.
33,
He's stealing your
65,
player
and
again.
next year's third. And I can't, this is up, and I will negotiate this too if you want more.
How about instead of next year's third rounder, I want a receiver from the Panthers. I want to look at your receiver roster.
Okay.
Oh man. You want to trade Adam Thielen?
Yeah, you want them?
Sure.
All right.
Wow. Yeah.
Brian Thomas, you are a Carolina
I knew you were
Panther.
doing that bullshit too.
That's fine.
The Bills would have taken Brian Thomas there in a
They'll be
heartbeat.
fine. Dude, they have Josh Allen. He can make most receivers work. The Panthers actually need to
It's so
scout that
funny
stuff.
to get rid of Diggs and get Thielen though.
It is kind of funny when you think about it. Um,
Hey man, they could use a vet.
we could use
I feel like honestly, Thielen could have a bit of a resurgence here if he got traded to Buffalo. Just a little bit.
He's like 50 years old.
He's actually 40. Excuse you. Don't be ageist.
Okay, you're up again with
Oh, there's
Tampa.
XFL stats? Oh my gosh.
There's AAF staff in here, man.
They have not updated that.
No, they need to.
Oh, we're on
There you
Tampa.
go.
Give me Kool-Aid for Tampa.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Ravens is me. They need tackle help really bad. Apparently, um, Lamar is like advising them on which tackles to take. And the tackle I'm going to be taking might surprise you guys.
He's La GM rather than Lay GM.
Kingsley Suamataia.
That was a cool little fake out there toward Morgan.
No, I actually have heard a lot of love for Kingsley recently, and he would be an interesting fit in that Baltimore offense. So I
Athletic.
think it's very athletic. So I think that's something they might go for.
He's like a Ziggy
Hmm.
Ansah tackle.
Hmm. I'm back up the Niners here. Where are the corners looking like? Nothing there.
Your boy?
Tackle. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not feeling Rakestraw at 31. Maybe with a trade down. What's on the board here? Newbin. Nah, Guyton, one one Oklahoma tackle learning from another. Maybe. Does anyone want to trade up for a wide receiver?
A fifth round receiver?
You know, Beau, I could entertain that.
Yeah.
I would love for the Buffalo Bills to go back into the first round.
Alrighty. Let's do it. 33, 31. And I'm not gonna make you do a lot to move up two spots.
I'm gonna say, I feel
133.
like straight up is pretty good, yeah.
Robbery. Robbery.
There you go. Bills are on the board.
You know who wants to go to Buffalo? I want to take Rob's favorite prospect, AD Mitchell.
Fifth round
Who would
grade.
actually, he would ball out with Josh Allen, man. Like he would actually be pretty good with him.
Honestly,
All right.
the Bills walked out
I'm
of
gonna
the
go
first
find
round.
Rob Staten's draft grade on AD Mitchell.
Honestly, and I know we're making jokes about it, but the Bills walking out of the first round with Adam Thielen and AD Mitchell.
That'd be so horrible.
It's not bad.
It's not that bad. There you go. You're
Any
up with the
receivers,
Chiefs.
man?
I got a Seahawks top 30 list though.
Yeah.
We got Adam Gonsalves is the Seahawks top 30. Tyrese Knight, Malachi Corley, John Reese Plumlee, Grayson Murphy, Nathaniel Watson, big fan, Christian Boyd, Theo Johnson, Byron Murphy, Chop Robinson, Travis Glover, Bo Nix, Devondre Sweat, Jared Verse, Spencer Grattler, Matt Gonsalves, and Cam Kitchens.
That inspires me to look this up myself. Here we go. Okay. Huh. They literally like basically just two positions. Tavondre Sweat, Mason Smith, Justin Rogers, McKinley Jackson. Oh, Xavier Thomas. I didn't realize he was there.
That's a good group.
Amarius Mims, Troy Fatanu, Talisi Fwanga, Eric All, and Dijon Anthony. It's a
All right,
safety from Ole Miss. How many?
let's
How
see
many
where
is
he
that?
is.
They've still got a ton left here. Two,
Okay,
five, six,
Staten
seven,
has a
eight,
third round
nine,
grade on
10.
him
There's
on
only
80.
been 10.
Staten
There's
has
only
a
been
round three.
round three. Okay, there you go. Yeah, only 10 of the Bengals top 30 have been announced. So we still got some more info to collect.
I, I mean, I don't think Seahawks need to go check out any Huskies, probably.
Well, are they having a local pro day? I know the Bengals always have a
Probably.
local pro day.
Well, no,
So
they're allowed to. That's the thing.
yeah, that's why. That's what I'm saying.
All right,
Plus,
Chiefs.
Scrub probably knows Fatanu and Penix and Polk, and he probably knows them all pretty well.
As does Huff.
As is Huff, yeah. Chiefs.
We're gonna take a look at the receivers here.
I actually have a fun pick for the Chiefs. It's not the direction you're going in.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Actually, no, because I'm going to go that way with the 49ers.
Well, I just want to know it though.
Speaking of UW players,
Roger
Roger
Rosengarten.
Rosengarten.
I've seen that one happening. Fuck the Niners for taking him.
He's going to be the pick at 33 unless you take him here for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking him. Fuck the
Oh, you're
Niners.
taking him? All right, there you go.
You know what's funny? That must have gotten leaked or something because Staten mocked that.
There you go. Oh man, they sniped the team they beat in the Super Bowl. That's just
Fuck the
cruel, man.
Niners. Fuck the
That's
Niners.
just
Bang,
cruel.
bang, Niner gang.
All right, the
Must have sucked.
Niners.
Must have sucked growing up in the Bay Area, Beau.
I didn't grow up in the Bay Area. I grew up in Sacramento.
I always been shut up. You know, we've had this discussion before.
Niners are actually going to take Kamari last year.
Mhm.
We got sniped on
All right.
Rosengarten. I guess I'm back up with the Patriots. Actually, let's see. We got Fatanu and in tow already.
All
We
right.
need
All right.
receiver help.
Beef just for 1 second though.
Okay.
Rules for round two, since we have been taking our time here. No more trades. I think
No
we
more
got to
trades.
keep it
Okay.
churning along.
All right. There we go. I like that. I like that. The Patriots. We need a receiver. The easiest pick in the world for the Patriots would be Lab McConkey.
hmm
It's not the direction I'm going to be going in then.
New
I'm actually
regime
gonna
though.
pick Troy Franklin. I think the
Um,
NFL's a little higher on Troy Franklin than a lot of us
you
are.
can't weave though.
Cannot
Let's
we?
scroll up real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to see who the Cardinals took. I know they got
So we've
MHJ.
got Harrison and Wiggins.
That's a
Maybe.
good
Okay.
draft. I feel like the Roger stuff is smoke. I think that's smoke because I remember some people saying Stone Forsythe was a first round tackle.
I do remember that too. And he ended up going what, the sixth round,
Sixth.
seventh round?
Sixth.
Sixth. There you go.
Roger's
You're
just got a
right.
weird body type.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Zach Frazier for the Cards,
Zach Frazier. I like that. I
I
like
like
that.
that.
Even with Evan Brown.
even with Evan
Yeah.
Brown, who
Our
should have been a
boy.
Detroit Lion again, but
There
can't
you
always
go.
have everything.
Commies, you're back up. Jaden Daniels. Who's joining Jaden?
I think he needs a tackle. We're gonna go Tyler Guyton.
Ball ends. Back up again with the Charges.
Junior Colson.
That one makes a lot of sense. They still haven't addressed their offensive line at all, but that's okay.
I think they'll be fine. I think Harbaugh can piece together an O-line very well.
Titans is, I believe, Daniel. Yep.
What did I
you're
say?
up with
Malik
Titans.
Neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah, Malik Neighbors.
All right. I want to look at the tackles.
Yep.
Not much there right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of seeing as well.
Especially, I feel like Jordan Morgan's a pretty good fit for that scheme, actually.
So I'm kind of thinking too.
The tackles are even less depth now that Roger Rosengarten's gone. I was thinking I could get him in round three. That's gone out of the window, unless he falls.
Yeah, sure. Let's take Jordan Morgan.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I'm back up with the Panthers. We got one of our receivers in Brian Thomas.
You know what, Beau? When it's all said and done, I bet you Parker Brailsford will be back in Seattle.
That's a Seahawk. I
Yeah.
can see it. I can
Well,
see
I
it.
mean, Huff loved him.
Yeah.
Him and Huff had a good bond.
So we got Brian Thomas. Honestly, might not shy away from taking another receiver. Um,
I want to blame him.
in fact, I think that's the direction I'm gonna go in. We can go with a very different type of receiver,
I
though.
like it. I like it.
Keon.
That's old Devin Funches.
Yep, there you go.
I don't think he's going round two. I thought you were talking about Ricky Pearsall. I like Ricky Pearsall.
Oh, I like Ricky Pearsall too, but I wasn't gonna take
40's
him
a little
there.
high for both of them, though.
Yeah, I agree. But it is the Panthers. You're back up with the commies. So far, you have acquired Tyler
I'm just
Guyton
going
and Jaden
BPA for these
Daniels.
guys because they need all the help they can get, you know?
I will say safety, they're fine though. They're fine at
Yeah.
safety.
I think Braden
And they're fine
Fisk.
at linebacker.
Oh,
Braden
wait, no,
Fisk, I
but they
like
have
that.
John Allen, though. I
Yeah.
got one. I got one.
Okay.
We're going to go Chop Robinson.
Ooh, I didn't even realize he was still on the board. That's a good pick right there. He fell a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. The edges
I,
as a
I would
whole
have taken
fell.
him there. I would have taken him where the Seahawks took Verse if he would if Verse wasn't there.
The edges as a whole really fell. You're back up with the Packers.
All right,
You took
we took a tackle.
yeah, you took Mims already. So you need some secondary help.
Do they?
I mean, safety.
Xavier McKinney.
Well, yeah, but they need someone across from Xavier McKinney.
Wow, they get lucked out. They're getting Tyler Newton here.
Yeah, no, that lined up pretty perfectly for them.
That's a hell of a draft.
Houston's me. All right, here we go. So we got Stephon Diggs. We got got a lot of players in free agency. We don't really need D line. Maybe we still do need D line. Let's see what the
D'Amico
other teams
Ryan's
got.
always gets more.
Yeah. You know Chris Jenkins here. I think that's one I've seen.
I
Not
like it.
that specific pairing, but I expect that's probably around Jenkins will go. Falcons back up here. What did they do in the first round? They had
Big
Cooper
Cooper
DeJean.
Dean.
All right, here you go. You're back up then,
Yeah, give
Mr.
me a D
Daniel.
lineman.
Yeah, I'll go edge and D line.
When's the last time an even front team won a CF the Natty in college?
Good question. Probably Clemson.
No. Yeah, they were even. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
We got to take Braden Fiskey here.
yeah, I like that.
Fisky.
Bisky. I like that actually. It's a good pick of that range. The Raiders, back up with the Raiders. We need tackle help bad.
LSU 2019 was odd, right? No. I'm speaking
Yeah,
here.
they
It's
were because
even.
they had I don't because they had Chase on. I remember that year.
True. Aranda. He's odd.
Hmm.
He won a natty with a 3.35. That's how good that team was.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with a guy that I really like here. I don't know if he's gonna go this high in real life, but it's a guy that I really like. Blake Fisher.
Notre Dame tackles. Always safe.
Yeah. I'm back up here with the Saints too.
They might go tackle again.
They need both sides, but I don't know if there's any other tackles left that I'm taking at
They need
45.
to rip off the Band-Aid bad.
Mhm.
They need to sell whatever they can, honestly, for picks this year.
We need receiver help here. Let's see. Xavier, we're good.
I like that.
Colts is Daniel.
That's a good pick. Oof. Took Brock Bowers in round one.
Hmm.
Show me the corners. Oh, there's some good ones here.
Yeah, as we get there's some players still left
There's
here,
one
huh?
I really like that we can see.
I'm kind of feeling an Ennis Rakestraw to the Colts.
I like it. I like it. Good value.
The Giants are on the board. I'm the Giants. Let's see. So we got Drake. We got Jacob. Um,
Jacob.
guess we still need a lot of receiver help. So that's
Hmm.
probably the direction I'm gonna go here. Are any of these guys dudes who can take over?
Roman Wilson.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I'll go with Roman Wilson. Yeah, in that Dable scheme.
Totally weren't hesitant there with the Bengals coming up.
No, actually, I'd be happy with Lad, Roman, or Ricky, honestly. But yeah, give me
I
Roman.
just know Roman's been one of your faves.
I do love Roman Wilson. He's really good. Um, there you go, Jaguar. Yeah, it's Jaguars for you.
We're gonna go Max Melton here.
Ooh, that's spicy, but I like it. I like Max Melton a lot.
He's gonna go higher than people think. He's got the traits to be a man corner.
Yeah, I think the Bengals probably go receiver here. Good thing is the guys left here are all slots, and that's what they need.
Also white.
Um, it's also white, also white. Hey man, if Burrow's gonna be the next Brady, he needs a white wide receiver here. Yeah, wait, hold on, let me just look at tackle. Top board here. And another corner. Not that I don't like some of these corners, but none of them I'm taking right there. None of the edges. Yeah, not Sanders. Already got a D lineman, so we don't need a row. Yeah, let's go wide receiver here. Man, I don't really feel like you can go wrong between Ladd and Ricky here.
No, they're both good. I'd take Lad.
Yeah, that's what I think that's the direction I'm gonna go
I think
there. He's
he's
just
a
so
winner.
smooth.
He's a winner.
Yeah, he's a winner. They're both winners, to be quite fair. Both first
No,
guy
one of
in,
them
last
one of
guy
them went
out.
to one of them went to Florida. There's no winning doing
Oh,
there.
I just meant like first guy in, last guy out, lunch pail type of guys.
Mm-hmm. Lunch pail guy.
Lunch pail guy. Yeah, that's right. Eagles, that's you, Mr. Robert.
I believe we already dressed cornerback,
Yeah, that
but
was when we traded up for Q. Yep.
hmm no, they didn't even trade up. Can you look at corners for me?
Yeah. You gonna do another corner?
Actually, no, let's look at centers.
Even with Cam Jurgens in the pit on the
What guards here? Hmm. There's some fun options there, but we're not gonna go with that. But there's some actually, you know what? Fuck it, we'll do it. We'll do it. Here's what we're gonna do. This one's gonna surprise you, but it fits the mold. I want you to guess which one he's on the screen.
Cedric Van Pran.
No.
Mason McCormick.
Freak. Freak.
I just know you really
It
like
does
Cedric Van Pran.
it does fit a different mold though. So that was a smart guess because of Georgia. And I did like
That's true. I didn't even think about that. I just knew you liked Cedric Van Pran, honestly.
I do there's a lot of interior linemen I like a lot because I like Beau Limmer too.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
There
we
you
want
go.
interior O line for Pittsburgh.
There's a bunch of good ones.
Yeah. Oop, that's not what I want to do. There you go.
Beau Limmer is one of the highest rate. Beau Limmer and Mason McCormick are some of the highest rated athletes ever at a line. Cooper
100%.
Beebe's really
Yeah.
good too.
Here's
Anyone from
Zach
Michigan
Jenkins
this
pretty
year.
good too from Michigan.
Anyone from Michigan's good.
Yeah, there's some good options here. Well, shit, man. I think I'll take Rob's word for it. Let's get Bo Limmer to Pittsburgh. Could be
There
the
you
new
go.
Marquise Pouncey.
The Rams. Who are we welcoming to the Ramily? Um,
I hate how they say that. It's so stupid.
who
I
are we
love how
doing
they
the
say
first
that. It
one?
really brings more culture to that team.
Byron
And they
Murphy.
think like
Okay.
saying whose house Ram's house is a like something they made up.
You know,
LA
So
as
fans
a
are
devout
weird,
Rams
man.
fan, I think it's pretty cool actually.
we got Tre'Davious White and Darius Williams as our two outside corners in free agency, who we like. Um,
They could build for
Let
the
him get
future
that
though.
slot guy though. Mike
Mm,
Sainristil.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I hate them.
I love the
He'd be
Rams
he'd be such a dog for him too, and
and the
you know it.
Niners and the Cardinals.
I feel nothing towards the
No one feels
Cardinals.
that. No, people down here don't feel nothing about the Cardinals.
Get
Oh,
this.
ouch. Ouch.
And get this. I love Green Bay too and Dallas,
That you do, my friend.
Pittsburgh
Chicago.
and New England.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, Kansas City, just all my favorite teams. Honestly, if you lined those four teams up and asked me which one I hate the least right now, it's probably Pittsburgh, honestly, funny enough.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Cleveland has a guy that has a rapist quarterback. The Ravens have the most insufferable fan base in
The
the NFL.
Steelers used to have a rapist quarterback.
That's true.
Yeah, they
They
did a while
retired.
ago.
And the Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Imagine if social
Steelers.
media was as prominent as it is now when Big Ben got caught doing that stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous Big Ben didn't go to jail.
Yeah, he kind of got away with that shit.
Yeah.
He really got away with that shit.
Eagles, you're up again, Robert. So far, you
You ever
have
hear the
to
story how he
review.
tried to get sloppy seconds after Trump for Stormy Daniels?
Jeez.
Oh God,
I didn't hear
bro.
that actually. That's crazy stuff.
He was
Good
knocking on her
gracious.
door.
God
Hugh
damn.
Mitchell, Mason McCormick for the Eagles.
We're gonna have Darius Robinson here.
Yeah. Never have too many edge rushers, and they have a
Well, they got
lot
rid
of
of Hassan
those.
Reddick. That's the thing.
That's true. But they also got Bryce Huff.
Oh shit, that's right. Whatever.
That's all right. He's honestly going to be more of a 3-4 D end for them. That body type.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm up with the Brownies. Linebacker. Do we need linebacker? No, they
They
got
lost Talkie
4-3.
Talkie.
They did lose Taki Taki. Linebacker.
I don't think Peyton Wilson fits them because
No.
Peyton Wilson's better for an attacking scheme.
Mm, go Edgerrin Cooper.
I'd go into a D line there.
Yeah. I already picked, so I guess it's too
All right,
late.
too late.
But
Too late.
I just want to see what was there.
Because Peyton Wilson's a good
Hey,
blitzer.
Savondre Sweat would fit well with the culture they're building there.
And
Dolph.
into a defensive lineman with really bad weight.
It's true. Siaki Ika would have a buddy.
Damn, I
Some
think
Um,
some idiot said that Siaka Ika is a better interior defensive lineman than anyone in this class. I was like, or nose tackle. I was like, what the absolute fuck are you talking about?
who did I take
I
from
can name
Miami?
5 off the top of my head that are better.
so Miami got O line already squared away. You've got
Oh, JC Latham.
you got JC Latham. Yeah, so D line's next, which there's plenty of good options left.
Yeah,
And then
he's a
There's a
tight
lot of
end.
good options.
I'm kind of debating between taking a D lineman or just going BPA.
I'd go
Yeah.
D line here. You know, I never really appreciated how crazy the
They probably
Laramie
need corner help
Tunsil
too.
bong moment was when it happened live. And I regret that because man, that shit was crazy.
Well, know what's rough is that's the only first round of the draft that I've ever missed because we had spring ball that day. So I
Oh my
didn't see
God.
that. And I learned about it like 3 hours later. And I was like, I missed this. This is hilarious. I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
And like the
Um,
video go around and the stupid face he has. Freaking gas mask. Oh, just like I didn't appreciate it for what it was when it happened live.
there you go. It was sorry, Miami. Yeah,
We
D
should
line.
wear
You could
gas
also go
masks to
corner
the we
too.
should wear
Corner's
That's,
gas
I was about
masks.
to ask, like, 'cause I know they lost a lot of corner, not a lot of corners, but
they
like,
lost Xavier
They lost a lot.
Howard.
yeah, some of their
We should
pieces
wear
left.
gas masks to the yard house.
That'd go over great.
They think we're terrorists.
You probably would.
Dude, honestly, screw it. I feel like you gotta take TJ Tampa just for this sole reason. It's good value at 55, man.
TJ
Yeah.
Tampa going to
Yeah.
Miami.
We're so
From
close.
Florida
We were so
State.
close to greatness. Um, you know what? If DJ Dallas is never going to sign with the Cowboys, TJ Tampa can't be drafted by the Bucks.
I'm the
Um,
Cowboys, right?
yeah, you are.
So we already took someone else to take the quality back shots.
Here we go. Olufashan, Fashanu. Oh,
I wonder if the Bears could get Olu Fashanu round two.
yeah. Well, they don't have a second round pick.
Oh
So
shit, that's right. Um, okay. Let's look at receivers here. Hmm. How about running backs?
yeah, yeah,
Just running backs, yeah.
just
Not
running
not
backs.
yet, yeah. Horrible class. Horrible class. No one worth taking here.
Late Corum.
I don't know.
No.
I think the day three running back class is interesting. Brooks here
Hmm.
feels like a Cowboys type pick, but
Not yet though.
oh yeah, okay, that's fair. There is still a third round after all. Actually, do the Cowboys
I
have a
think
third round
I
pick?
don't think they're that bad at receiver, are they?
Yeah, no, they got a third round pick. They can get Brooks if they want him. I mean, receiver, they've got obviously they got CD. They've got shit, who are the Cowboys wide receivers other than CD Lamb? Because they don't
What
have
you can
Gallup anymore.
you can check on you can check on this now with the trade. You
Oh,
can see
that's
the
true. I didn't
position.
even think about that. That's a good
Yeah.
call. Wide receiver
Using a
CD
tool.
Cooks. Yeah,
Oh yeah, never mind. Hey, Jalen Cropper.
It's not the
yeah, look at
greatest
that.
depth, honestly.
We're gonna get a
Not
receiver here.
Yeah, that's a good call. This is really kind of the meat of the receiver class right here. It'd be very
That's a Jerry
pointless to
pick.
pick
Yeah, we're taking
Xavier
Xavier
Worthy.
Worthy. We're taking Xavier Worthy.
There you go.
We both saw his name and we were both like, yeah, that's happening.
There you go. The Bucks. Let's go.
Tampa
Let's
Bay
go, Daniel.
Buccaneers. All right. Shoot Chris Braswell. Why not? Let's just get value picks for some of these teams.
I like it.
Nothing wrong with that. See.
Hawks.
There it is.
All right. This pick's gonna be a risk.
Mhm.
There's a couple different risks we can take. We got the insane injury flag risk, but a really, really good player that is a really good scheme fit.
Mhm.
We got another risk though, but I think at pick 58, you're gonna have to take it. We're going with Devondre Sweat here.
I knew that's where you were going as soon as you started talking about risks. There you
I
go.
was trying to play a bit with the Peyton Wilson for a sec because I like him. There's a lot of good options there.
Yeah.
I think I would have taken Limmer or McCormick because I just love their athletic profile. But
Mhm.
and then there's some solid defensive interior guys for later. Like I like Ruka Robo. I like McKinley Jackson. I like Makai Wingo, but I do think Devondre Sweat is a special talent. I do.
Mhm.
He's got issues, but you can't find body types that move like that too easily.
Mhm. I'm gonna go Peyton Wilson to Houston.
I like it.
Yeah, because we lost Blake Cashman. I say we as in found the Texans. Nick Casario here. We lost Blake Cashman. We lost Denzel Perriman. Christian Harris breakout year for us. We love him, but we need someone next to him. I mean, it's D'Amico Ryans. He needs to have his athletic linebackers on the second level.
That's a
Peyton
good
Wilson
fit,
could be a
man.
good fit
That's
if he
Fred
wants.
Warner all over again.
Yep. Yep. Bills, you're
I
up.
think I do think he'll be better in a more 3-4 hybrid than that even front, but
Uh-huh.
Yo, pull up the D lineman, please.
let him run loose.
I want to see what we got there. Of course, we as in I'm Brandon Bean now. You know, We've lost a lot of hope as Bills fans, as the Bills Mafia, as an organization because we lost our great receiver Stephon Diggs.
But you
But
got Adam Thielen
we got
and
Adam Thielen
AD Mitchell.
and AD Mitchell. So now we're going to shore up the D line. We're going to take Rook Ororo.
It's a good pick.
Tackle or D
Speaking of
tackle.
Bills and GM, though, draft day movie will be upon us soon. We got to figure out a way to do that.
We'll have to figure out a way. We'll have to figure out a way.
Draft day movie.
Maybe we can do what we should do actually. We just play it off to the side. We watch it separately and we just offer live commentary and we record it.
That'd be some pretty good content.
Yeah. That would be good content. I love that movie, man. And the fact that and when it gets played every year, it's because it's the night before the draft. Honestly, watching draft day the night before the draft has become more of a tradition for me than watching Christmas movies.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. I love that we've made this a tradition.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions.
Mr. Holmes,
Take us away.
Mr. Holmes, Chef Holmes, greatest cook in the NFL, greatest human in the NFL today. Now that Tom Brady's retired, Brad Holmes is taking the mantle.
Of being overrated? Oh.
Hey, you should pull up the interior lineman. I think the Lions would like some depth.
There's good value there.
We would like some depth in the interior line.
And there's some good players still here.
There's very good value.
Keep a local boy home.
I want a local boy. I want a Michigan man.
Get Zinter.
Or tough. Give me Zach Zinter to the Detroit
And
Lions.
you know the nice thing is because he's got a broken leg, he doesn't have to play year one.
Exactly.
So
he'll be ready.
Brad
He'll be ready.
Loves injured players.
I think he'll be ready.
There you go.
Probably will be.
He'll
be good depth for Mr. Kevin Zeitler.
Well, as the Baltimore Ravens, a team that added a grand total of one outside free agent.
More than the Cowboys.
No, it's the same number. It was Cowboys and Eric Kendricks.
Eric Kendricks is it?
Oh shit.
Actually, did we add more than that? We might have added more. Maybe I'm Josh in here. I guess technically Josh Johnson outside free agent.
Joshing.
Dalvin Cook's not on the roster anymore. This isn't even accurate.
I don't think is Patrick Ricard still on the roster?
Sam Musford's not on the roster anymore either. Ricard still is. Humphrey, Steve.
Yeah, they even had Derrick Henry yet.
Ooh, we still need some corner help. We might need some corner help. Kyle Hamilton, we're good in the safeties.
Yeah, I gotta do
that's still a good roster. God damn it.
That D line's nasty. That D line.
Dude, those safeties are nasty, man. It's a good safety pair.
I thought Tyus Bowser's not there anymore.
I know that David Ojabo was in Baltimore now.
He got drafted by them.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna take a kid. I'm just playing. No, let's see. We're good looking at either receiver or corner here. Pearsall's very tempting. Pearsall's very tempting here. Shoot Polk, McMillan. I don't need these guys to be tempting. I'm gonna do a pick that's gonna annoy me on draft.
Corley?
If it happens. Malachi Corley.
Overrated.
He's dude, he's the best rack receiver in this draft, man.
That's a good fit in that offense.
He's a really good fit.
Derrick Henry.
That's what I said. It's gonna annoy the hell out of me.
There's a lot of speed and a lot of strength on that offense. Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell, Malachi Corley, Lamar Jackson, safe hours.
The Niners. Oh, I guess I'm back up the Niners. Who'd we end up drafting?
Not Roger Rosengarten.
Not Roger Rosengarten. We got sniped. Okay, so we're good on corner. Let's go tackles here. Oh, shit. Man, it's not great. It's not great. You know what? We need interior line help too, and there is actually a guard left that I really like. Christian Haynes, you are a San Francisco 49er.
There's a lot of guards I like.
Yeah. Day 2 guards. There's
just guards in this draft are all really good. All right. Chiefs need some receiving help.
Who did they pick in the first round? Oh, that's when you sniped me for Rosengarten. That's right. Let's pull up the receivers for Kansas City. There's a lot of good ones left.
I want to take the prototypical receiver, Jalen Polk.
There you go. There it is. Oops, that plays. Oh, I don't care about that. There you go. Here we go. Well, from when Chicago Bears announced that they were going to be taking, let me actually, before I do that,
Four
copy.
Huskies got picked in the first round.
That's right. That's right. Rome, yeah, Rome, Troy, Penix, and Roger. What a bunch of studs. What a bunch of studs. What, Daniel, send the video here? Oh, the Kings lost again. Let's go. What happened with the Sharks game, Daniel? I didn't see.
Flames won in OT.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't really care that
The
much.
Sharks get a point, and they are now at 45 points with, I believe, 3 or 4 games to go.
Nice.
They
Let's
got a chance
go.
to hit the 50-point mark.
Let's go. I'm actually
Kraken
going
won
to.
today. Exciting.
There
They
you go. That's
beat
good
Beau's favorite
stuff.
team, the Arizona Coyotes.
Team I feel absolutely nothing towards. I'm gonna go ahead actually, and I'm gonna screenshot. Let's see, 33 through 40 here. I'm gonna start putting these in the chat too, so we have every round represented that we are picking for. There you go. Any standouts here? I know I'm gonna go through and screenshot all these real fast, so you guys can talk while I'm doing that.
I think the Detroit Lions had the best draft by far, S tier.
You picked one player.
I picked 2 players.
Did you? Oh, that's right. You
Yeah,
did. You get Zinter and
and Latu.
Latu. That's right.
That's a
That's
good
right.
draft.
We got the
That's
best edge, and we got the best backup guard.
his backup guard.
You can't ask for more than that.
I actually think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually really like that combo for him, but at the same time, it's just funny to be like, yeah, I got the best backup guard. Um,
It's kind of funny, actually.
because that's what you aspire to with a second round pick, right?
Hey, when you're as deep as the Lions are, and when you're as much of a
That's
contender
fair.
as they are, it doesn't matter. You can pick whoever you want at that point.
You can pick as many backup guards as you want. Pick backup guards till the cows go home, as they say.
Thought the Bills had a pretty solid draft as well. I think they had such a
Yeah,
good
they got.
draft that I think Rob will be convinced to be a Buffalo fan. He will give up his Seahawks alliance. He's going to join Bills Mafia because they got 80 Mitchell and
You know,
apparently 50-year-old Adam Thielen.
out of teams to switch to, I would not hate being a Bills fan. They got good vibes.
And we
Fun
got Luke
team, fun fan
Aurora.
base, good
Fun fan
quarterback.
base. I like Josh Allen.
You always get proper football weather at some point.
Oh God. I'll never forget the one snow game I've seen at Central Link Field, and we lost the fucking Bears, the Andy Dalton Bears.
That was pretty shocking, man.
I remember I was making pretzels during that game.
Granted, Chicagoans are a little more used to snow than Seattleites.
That might be a good point. That might be what it was. The Mike Glennon led Bears.
Mike Glennon
Oh,
led Bears.
yikes.
To be fair,
Actually, no, it
too,
was Nick Foles. It was Nick Foles.
the link is actually like a pretty nice venue. Soldier Field is crumbling at the seams.
I actually remember that game. I remember watching it with my dad
That
after
was
it
a
was actually it was
miserable
right
game.
after the Joe Burrow 525 yards against the Ravens game.
Mm.
The day after Christmas. Merry Christmas, folks. It's not Christmas. It's
Never
January.
forget Penix putting up 500 on the Cougs in 22 in Pullman.
Mike Penix, honestly, it's funny. I'm gonna say this, considering we went to the national championship and went undefeated until the national championship until 2023. The vibes were better in 22, I think.
What do you mean?
It's the Huskies in 2023 were just so much of a roller coaster. Yeah, they kept winning, don't get me wrong, and they went to the national championship. Credit all the way. Sweeping the Ducks in 2 games, awesome. Don't get me wrong. But man, in game in
It was stressful.
2023, every single game felt like a fucking heart attack. For
Yeah.
the Huskies in 2022, every game felt like smooth and fun and kind
I
of
don't
even
think anyone saw us coming in 22. I think that was
that's
part of
true.
it. And
Yeah, that's
also,
true.
you got another year to adjust to offense. I think that was a
Hmm.
big part of it as well. Every team was just absolutely playing to up to UW this year,
Hmm.
and putting it all out there. I mean, Caleb was crying after how hard he played against us, and he was totally broken after that, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, and what was it? We knew it that that was the year, and that was why there's so much pressure on every game. 22 was a super fun surprise, and a helmet, Jackson Kirkland helmet away from probably making the CFP.
Yep.
Fucking Trent Bourget.
Yep. Yep. It's amazing the tiny, tiny things that end up being the difference in the grand scheme of the season. But that's why they play the games. That's why they play the games.
That's why college football is awesome.
Yep, that is true. Well, there you go. 2 round mock draft. That was a fun one, boys. I
It
liked it.
was.
That was fun. I like the first. You know what? When we do the 3 round mock draft, we're just gonna hop right into it. There's gonna be no prelude. We're just
Yep,
gonna
I
be
agree.
go. In fact, if we're planning out our draft week schedule on the spot here, I think final mock draft is Tuesday. Wednesday is the draft day commentary. Um,
That's gonna
and
be
then we'll
fun.
see what we do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I know you guys are gonna come back from the yard house, maybe a little drunk. Could be fun.
Little.
Could be
Oh
fun,
gosh.
or maybe we do something on
Daniel's gonna have to record me this year.
oh, that's true. Unless Daniel can't go though.
Someone's gonna have to record me.
Zach's gonna record you. I'll have Zach record you.
Yeah.
His reaction to Seahawks picks are at this point iconic. You know what? I'll put him in the chat. I'll put him in the
They're
chat.
pretty iconic and very wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was so pissed about the Devin Witherspoon pick.
No, that's not the pick I was the
Oh,
most pissed about.
oh, you were mostly pissed about Charles Cross, but I'll put them all in the
The thing
chat so you
about
guys.
behind that one is I was saying for months, there's no way in hell we're picking Charles Cross, and then we did.
So what hurt more, the pick or your pride?
I am glad that I was proven wrong.
And that's the right mindset. That's the right attitude right there. That's why we love you, Rob. You got the right attitude at the end of the day. Um,
I will admit when my spicy hot dumb takes are wrong.
it's
That's why we
actually
haven't.
I was about to say when I like a Bengals pick, actually let me pack up. Whenever I don't like a Bengals pick, I end up being right. If I do like a Bengals pick, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. The one
Okay.
exception, actually, off the top of my head, that was very clearly I was wrong about and glad to be wrong about was T. Higgins. I didn't think he'd be very good.
Hmm.
I wanted Denzel Mims
I have a very
instead.
mixed record on that. I have a mixed
I
record
wanted
on that.
Denzel Mims instead, and oh boy, I'm
Oh,
glad that I wasn't
oh.
right there in that office. I'm glad they didn't let follow my advice.
Um,
Um,
shoot. There's a reason that, we have our crazy, stupid stuff when we admit it. And there's a reason we had the big, stupid upset segment.
Big stupid upset. Hey, big
Those were
stupid
fun.
upset's iconic though.
I
Big
love the
stupid
big,
upset's
stupid
iconic.
upsets.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, starting to get late, boys. Any closing thoughts from the clan? Start with Daniel.
Brad Holmes is the perfect human. That is all.
Robert.
If one of us are 50 years old, all of us are 50 years old. One of us click like, all of us click like. One of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching. I keep just taking shots at Daniel. Jeez,
I
this is
really, I
ridiculous.
really hope an actual 50-year-old watches this and comments.